Hello, my name is Grace Bonura, and welcome to Horse Pro, the channel dedicated to empowering the amateur horse enthusiast and supporting the budding professional. Before we dive into today's topic, I would love it if you could tap the like icon if you love anything about the station, the content, the videos. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet become a member of our community, and tap the notification bell to be alerted to every new video. Recently, I had a really fun and lighthearted conversation with one of my best amateur riders. She was describing her learning curve as someone who is an adult learning to ride, and her expectation when she began to where she is today. Basically, she said when she started, she was 2 times a week good. And I thought about it, and it took me a moment. And then I thought, my gosh, this is where our sport is headed. From an athletic, competitive sport to a hobby or pastime. Following that conversation, a few days later, a trainer friend of mine was explaining how she needs to sit down with her clients each year, new students moving up, students who feel that they would like to be more competitive. And she explains to them the difference between the effort it takes to be competitive and the expectation you can have when you put the work in versus simply being someone who would like to partake, and the expectations that you need to have if you simply want to attend. Amazingly, both these conversations were from passionate horse people, one a trainer, one an amateur. And it really struck home because often as a trainer, people can come out of the ring and you hear, oh, well, why didn't I do better? Why didn't I score better? Why didn't I get a better ribbon? Sometimes it can lead to barn drama. In a stable, you'll have one rider comparing themselves to another. Well, they just think they're so great. They're winning. They're doing this. They're doing that. Sometimes we need to look within ourselves. If you are a rider who can only ride 2 times a week, what do you do outside of your riding to help grow your riding skills? Do you exercise outside of your riding? Do you read books? Do you watch videos? Do you try to attend other people's lessons or clinics just from a viewing point of view? At the end of the day, we are all responsible for our own success. If you get to the barn more days than just your riding lesson days, do you practice the skills you feel you're weakest at? Do you choose to make sure your horse is flatted correctly, for instance, the day before you have a jumping lesson? Do you endeavor to make sure your bond with the horse, your riding skills, that you feel practiced and ready to go for your lessons? It comes down to things like, do you get there on time? Is your horse cared for properly? Do you endeavor to learn as much as you can at every given instance in the stable? So again, when people say to me, I'd like to be competitive, that is up to every individual. And certainly people who want to enjoy riding as a hobby or pastime, that's wonderful too. Horses can be enjoyed at any level, at any skill level, at any age, and that is the beauty of riding. But if you choose to do it as a competitive sport, those around you help you. But the effort you put in is your sole responsibility. You have the power to tip the balance in your favor of success. You can do that every day, whether you're at the stable or not. And again, success is up to the individual at the end of the day. What you put in is what you get out. So you yourself need to take a realistic look and say, am I 2 times a week good? If you are and you're happy with that, awesome. If you say, oh my gosh, I'm 2 times a week good, but I want to be 5 times a week good, I think you know the answer. So again, if you want to enjoy this sport as a competitive sport, hey, I encourage you to do so. It's wonderful. And if you want to ride horses because it's a wonderful hobby and you simply enjoy spending some time and your skill levels improve a little slower and you're realistic about that and you attend a few shows in order to be part of a social group, I encourage that too. But be realistic, because everyone can achieve whatever goal they set out as long as they take responsibility to determine their own success.